actually like really mysterious that's going to be revealed at E3 that really nobody knows what it's going to be. And it's got a
I'll
cool
be
name
honest.
and shit. It's got like this cool fucking, secret name or some shit like that. God bless you. God bless
Thank you. No, I think in terms of like Project Steam and stuff like that. I mean, it's obviously. I think it was just an article that was posted and saying that, hey, this is this new patent or trademark or whatever it was for Project Steam, and when it's funny when I saw Project Steam, I immediately thought of when another first-person game called Fear, First Encounter Assault Recon, when that came out, because that was just called Fear, as in as an acronym. So I immediately started thinking of kind of like a not exactly survival horror, but kind of a maybe a horror type game. But it could be anything. It could just simply be it could be like Steam Pipe. It could be a Mario spin-off for all we know. But
Like, could you imagine if that's what this fucking game is? Could you imagine if that's what this game is? A Mario-related game, but they call it Project Steam. It's
what
like, what could that mean?
what a
though,
surprise.
Like, well, no,
Or
think about that for a second, though. I mean, it could be something
yeah.
like what they did with Mario Sunshine, where they had the flood, and water was a
Mm-hmm.
main theme, and he had, like, this device where he used the water to squirt stuff. I mean, what if Steam plays a role in something like some kind of new gameplay mechanic that they're doing for, like, the next Mario game, or... I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that sounds like anything, but I'm just wondering like where the word Steam fits in to this whole mystery game that they're going to be revealing. It's like I still can't figure it out for the life of me.
I can't think of it either, and all I can say is that it's not going to be what we think it is. If we know anything from past E3 reveals, is that when there is something very surprising, for good or for better or worse, obviously there's the the famous 2004 Zelda reveal, but then there was the Wii Music reveal. So it could be, like Mr. Chris just said, Steam could be nothing. Strike Team eliminating alien menace, or Steam equals pile of turds.
Steve could equal pile of turds. Matt has a point. I mean, that's pretty much where we're at this point. We're just guessing. We have no fucking clue what this is going to be. But it is
Well, I
fun,
came up.
to guess.
Yeah, I basically just earlier in the chat I just came up with my own acronym. I said it was suffering the extreme anguish, Mario.
Yeah, because
So
we're all going to be in
there's
extreme anguish, apparently, because our hype is way too fucking high. Like, our levels are way too high. Apparently, we're all going to be disappointed. Just like every year, because we're always disappointed in Nintendo's E3 showings. We're always extremely disappointed,
Reggie was right. We gamers are insatiable. We
Right,
really are.
we're a bunch of fucking
And
whiny little bitches, is what you're trying to say.
yes.
We're always complaining about what we're not getting instead of praising what we do.
And that's the funny thing, because when the Wii U first came out, a lot of people were giving it a lot of crap just because the OS is slow, everything was slow, some of the games didn't look quite well. But I realized that, hey, at least it works. Obviously the Wii U chat works, the Miiverse works, the friends list worked. I mean, all this stuff worked. It was very basic, very basic, but it was functional. And that was actually what I didn't have an issue. At the end of it, I didn't really have much of an issue with it. And now over time, it's gotten better. And actually, just today I updated. I finally did the V5 update, so I got the quick start menu and everything like that now.
Yeah, what did you think about that? I mean, I just did that myself when I got Mario Kart 8, and I downloaded Wind Waker HD as my free game and all that stuff because everybody voted me, that thing. And thank you, by the way. I do thank all of you, by the way, for giving me these free games. But I don't know what to think about the quick start menu. What the fuck do you think about this?
Quite frankly, I think it's going back to the early days of when we played NES, Super NES, or N64, or even GameCube. You simply turn on the console and you pop in a game, or pop in a game, turn on the console, and then you pretty much are ready to go and play the game. These days, though, especially with because I have a PS3, so what you do is you turn it on, wait about maybe, I don't know, 20 seconds or so, give or take. Then you load up the game. It takes all this time to load. So it seems like as consoles have gone, faster and all this kind of stuff, what hasn't gone faster is booting up the game. And it sounds to me that's what Nintendo is trying to do. And that's why from that standpoint I like the quick start menu.
Yeah, it could,
I
like,
haven't
create
really
a
used it
shortcut
much.
to that
Exactly, create a
quick start
shortcut.
feel,
You
where
don't
it's
have to
just
boot
like,
up the full OS to
and
have everything going on.
And
So
I never really thought about it till you just said it that way, but that is exactly what it is, right? It's just kind of like a
it
quick and easy thing to get to the things that it kind of knows, like what you play more often than other things. So those are the things that are going to show up in the quick start menu.
Well, and it's very similar to when back then in the '90s, back when Asuch wasn't around, but
Yeah, before Asuch was born, he was still like a
I know.
sperm in somebody's nad sack.
Yeah. He was nothing anyway, but back during those days when he had cartridges, the games would load right away. They would load right then and there, and then as discs came out and we had optical media, load times were slower, games to load were slower, save, everything was slower, and
Yeah,
obviously it's
we
gotten
all
better and
took our
stuff like that now.
time.
And now that we got digital download digital distribution, and we can download games in our hard drives now. Some of those games can actually be quicker. But I think with the quick start menu, I think it's definitely bringing back a kind of a moment where, hey, we could just pop in the game and play it. I remember actually popping in. I was playing with a buddy, and he hooked up his Super NES with Donkey Kong Country,
Right.
and you just turn on the system, and within 15 seconds you're ready to go. I mean, that's what I want to see again. I want to see that kind of stuff again. Because I think. I mean, yeah, we're very impatient gamers. I can say that much because it's like it's not gonna load in 15 seconds. It can load in fucking 1 minute.
Well, I mean, come on. I remember the transition from going from cartridges, to the whole CD format and everything, and like experiencing loading for the first time. A lot of PC gamers already knew that feeling. Like they had that feel like way before I had that feel because I was a console gamer. My first
Yep.
introduction to loading came from Sega CD and like old school fucking kind of shit where. At first it might have bothered me, but after a while it got to the point where I remember some of the Super Nintendo cartridges were so large in the megabytes and everything. I can't remember what it was. There was a Super Nintendo game that actually had fucking load times or something like that. And I mean this was on a cartridge, and I kind of miss the cartridge format. I kind of miss the nostalgia that surrounds the idea of a cartridge, and the instant access of a cartridge was always fun. And the fact that it was more mechanical, it was something that was actually built, and it had the transistors in it and the chips and everything, and it was more like something you would find inside your PC rather than just this disc where you're kind of well, I know there's information on there, but it's just a little bit different, And I kind of miss that part about cartridges. But there's a lot of things about cartridges that I don't miss. The cost associated with them is one of them.
Yeah, the cost I think is definitely the part where
It's the downfall of the cartridge,
is kind of the downfall. But what's interesting is that the 3DS still has them, but they're definitely pushing because now they got the Nintendo Network. They definitely want to push digital distribution, which, and I'm just gonna spot a room, just kind of an idea or concept that maybe in the next handheld it may be entirely digital, kind of like how iOS or Android devices are, but maybe they will and still have cartridges. I don't know, but for example, the Wii U, it has HDMI, but it doesn't have optical out or anything like that. So they're actually basically bypassing all that kind of stuff and basically saying, hey, this is the future. So this is what they want to do.
Yeah, I agree with the whole digital distribution thing. I mean, I like the idea that there's hard copies still, but I think eventually it'll all be digital distribution. I buy a lot of downloadable games and stuff. I still like to buy CD games depending on what it is, especially when it comes to Nintendo. I mean, when I buy Nintendo games, I always tend to that's not true though. I bought a lot of digital games off the eShop and everything, quite a bit actually. But I've also bought quite a bit, hard copy games, particularly because of how collectible Nintendo games become after a certain amount of time and everything. They're just hard to find. It's just really hard to find these games after a few years. And man, sometimes you want to get back to that shit. I'll tell you what. Anyway, fucking Sholdy, I think maybe we might want to let Maddie back in here after talking so much. Is there anything else that you want to say or discuss before we let you go?
let's have a kick-ass time this week, guys, because I think, the games are going to be unveiled. Stuff is going to be, not just for Nintendo, but Sony and Microsoft, for Xbox One and PlayStation 4. So a lot's going to be happening this week. So I definitely think there's going to be a lot of excitement. Yes, there'll be some disappointments, but I think overall, it's just, it's a time for everyone, gamers such as ourselves to just, have a good time, to say, hey, this is why we love games. This is why we have the discussions that we do and we talk about them.
This is why we're here.
So,
it's a Super
this is
Bowl
why
of
we're here.
gaming, E3. Even though Nintendo,
Kind of
decided
is.
they're gonna fucking do their little live feed and everything and their video stuff, they're still there. I mean, they're still making refills at E3. This is still the fucking Super Bowl, guys, at E3. Don't fucking forget that. It's important to remember that this is important.
Don't forget that.
Don't forget that. It's important
I try to
that we
point
all
at the
have-
camera. Excuse me.
Oh no, you are not excused. Well, no, actually, you're gonna have to be excused. But I'm just
Yeah, I'm
letting
gonna
you
have to be
guys
excused.
see right now, see Sholdy right here. He's up in the corner. You see the video right here. I'm just gonna play a little bit of the video for you so you guys can get an idea of what kind of fucking delay or feedback you guys might have to delay times that you're gonna have to deal with when it comes to the thing. It's almost instant fucking cadence. So just trust and
Guys.
believe. Okay, guys,
Mm-hmm.
trust and believe.
As we all
that
know,
when you're watching the show,
Nintendo's
I'm
going to be
able
announcing some
see
amazing
exactly
things
make
at this
sure
year's
we
E3.
have this here
I've
set.
developed a
I can
way
put the
to
chat in
infiltrate
second,
their
and
headquarters and
it's
get an
just
early
the-
scoop.
and then I can bring it
Introduce
back
it.
up, but they can still hear you, everything that you're saying, Sholdy, if anything you want to
Reggie,
say. I can just, clear
Fils-a-Mech.
Absolutely.
A
Just letting everybody
biosynthetic
know
infiltration
it's
android.
It's
huge. Yeah, life size, and it's totally indestructible. Except, do not give it water; it will explode, and it only has 5 minutes of battery. But other than that, it's totally rad.
Trust and believe. I got it under control. This is gonna be a little
I'm a
bit.
professional.
Yeah, professional fucking dumbass. That's the only thing I'm professional being. It's dumb shit. But, you know what? It's fun to watch a dumb shit be a dumb shit on TV. And you know what? Twitch TV isn't necessarily TV, but it's kind of like TV. So you guys get to watch it be a dumb shit for a little while and participate with me and be a little stupid yourselves. Because that's what having fun is all about, is fucking being a little stupid sometimes and having a good time and not letting it get to you. So, Sholdy, say goodbye to the fucking, and say goodbye to everybody, and thank you for coming, and I'm so glad that we were able to have you on the show. It really means a lot.
Yeah, thanks LSP, and thank you everyone on TNE. So it's been fun. So I will definitely catch up with you guys later this week, and so I want you all to have a good one then.
And we will. Thank you, Sholdy.
Yep,
All
thanks
right.
LSP.
Hey, Matt, get your fucking punk ass back in here.
See you, LSP.
I'll see you later, man.
Question, why is he wearing sunglasses?
The glasses shield us from the laser death ray eyes.
Why does he have laser death ray eyes?
Because you don't get it. You're off the mission. Goodbye. Okay, are you ready, Commander Sean? I'm warping into the Fils-a-Mech. Let's do this. Okay, I'm approaching Nintendo. Oh no, the security guard. How am I gonna get past this?
Oh, hello, Reggie.
Thank you, security guard.
Close call, but they're buying it. Sean, I'm inside.
Okay, if you head straight to the back of the building, you'll find the treehouse. They should have all the new E3 games and amazing Nintendo stuff in there.
Reggie! Reggie! I've been looking everywhere for you. You're late for your meeting. Come on.
Oh, great, Reggie, you're here. We need your approval on these big contracts. Did you want to go with Plan A or Plan B?
Plan B.
So you want to cancel your lunch with President Barack Obama to host a Smash Brothers Invitational tournament?
Yes, absolutely.
Great. Well, that settles it. Nintendo's hosting its first ever Smash Bros. Invitational Tournament in LA during E3 at the Nokia